INEC should be worried. Yes, INEC should be worried as Peter Obi's final address is now out. They should be very, very worried. When I say they should be worried, they should be worried. You see, this whole thing of trying to compromise the results in order to appease their master, who is the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and who has already decided to invade more thugs into the Aso Rock, will not work this time around. It will definitely not work this time around, because at the end of the day, is do or don't affair. Now, INEC should be worried because they break their own law. INEC broke their own law, thereby intermediating and invading the electoral process. Yesterday, I was glancing through the INEC law and I see that the evidence that Peter Obi presented is overwhelming for INEC to come and say that they cannot, you know, they cannot tell Nigerians how Bola Ahmed Tinubu won. I'm saying with every honesty, and I must give the full reason why this result must come in favor of Peter Obi. Now, the INEC law states that for every result that is recorded in the polling unit before being transferred to the IREF must be confirmed by the polling unit officer. Before it is transferred to the IREF, it must be confirmed that it relates with the IREF result and the polling unit result. It is the same thing, because it is from the same polling unit that you get the result that you transfer to the IREF. Now, INEC broke that rule. Most of the results were not transmitted on the IREF. Most of the results were not seen in the live broadcast. So INEC broke their own rule, and they're coming out to tell us that in one way or the other, we should be clapping for their minutes. One thing I'm going to say is that the evidence that Peter Obi brought before the court is overwhelming, and it will be very difficult for INEC to come and hide their face and tell us that no, something like this happened or something like this did not happen. It is late and it's too late. It is late and it's too late. I thank God for this generation of Labour Party. Thank God for this generation that people decided to take it up on their own, to do the needful, because left for INEC, they are going to mess up the whole system, and by messing up the system is going to be a theoretical wing of expression. That means at the end of the day, every effort that the youth made during the election will be in vain. So INEC failed their own rules, and I wonder how it's possible for the judges to come out and tell us that Tinubu won the election, because there's no evidence presented before the court. So it's overwhelming. Peter Obi's strategy is becoming more obvious, that even the APC knows that they cannot handle this evidence. They can't. So if they are talking about rerunning the election, is something that is laughable, because it's not possible. We are not talking about rerunning the election. We are talking about restoring the mandate. You know the winner. This one is that the rerunning the election is more like wasting of time. In fact, it's wasting of time. Let's forget about resources. Wasting of time. We know the winner. The winner should be announced. Now, let me take my time to read out the three powerful evidence, even though that Peter Obi presented more than three evidences. The three powerful evidence that is going to be used to disqualify Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and why it will be very difficult for Tinubu to succeed in the judiciary, to succeed in the court, and to have a rerun of an election. It will be very, very impossible. Number one evidence is 25% in Abuja. Tinubu did not score 25% in Abuja. What is he doing in Aso Rock? Let's take you back to 2007, where Umar Musa Yar'Adua scored 25%, and Buhari sued him in court and said that he didn't get 100% in Abuja, because said it is 100% is not necessary. And as long as we are concerned, that law has not been changed before, during, and after the election. It wasn't changed. So the court told Buhari that it is only 25% that is needed. During the time of Goodluck Jonathan, 25% as well. Buhari his own time, 25% as well. So why, if the judges have passed 3 consecutive judgments on 3 presidents, we're not talking about Obasanjo, because Obasanjo was the first civilian president, but let's talk about the 3 presidents that came after Obasanjo. If the court has passed 3 consecutive judgments to these 3 presidents, the same judgment was passed, that's why I say 3 but it's 1, was passed to these judges, to this presidential candidate and the president of Nigeria, why would Tinubu's own be different? Is it because he has money to bribe people? Is it because he has money to bribe more people? That is number 1. Number 2, dual citizenship. Dual citizenship. The Constitution of Nigeria states that if somebody has paid loyalty to another country, thereby denying his own country's loyalty, is a treason, and that person should not be anywhere in the office of Nigeria. Not just the president, even the governorship ticket, even the House of Rep. That person. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu has Guinea dual citizenship. We have number 3, lied under oath. Bola Ahmed Tinubu lied under oath several times. Forfeiture of $460,000 and the rest of it. See, all I can say is that the evidence is overwhelming, and it will be very difficult for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win in court. That is number 1. Then number 2 is that it will be very difficult for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a rerun of election, because if the election is rerun, APC and Tinubu won't be participating. That's just it. They should go and find another country to participate. We are tired of all these viruses of, APC and their partnership, partisan rules and all that. We are really tired of it. It is time to recover the mandate of the people, and the people must stand out to recover this very mandate. Enough is enough, and truly enough is enough. I stand to be corrected. So this is the 3 powerful evidence that will disqualify Tinubu before this month ends. We look up to the court. They shouldn't joke with Nigerians. They shouldn't. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Peace.